Hi, everyone. We're going to start today by reading a new book, a book about music. The title is M for Music. Okay, here we go. M for Music. M is for music. That's a piano. A is for anthem or accordion. Can you guys see the accordion? It's so long, it goes all the way to the second page. And there is one of Mrs. Kelly's favorite trumpet players. His name is Louis Armstrong. I don't know if you can see, but when Louis Armstrong plays, his cheeks puff out. B is for the Beatles. These are all of the Beatles. There are 4 of them: John, Paul, Ringo, and George. There we go. And this is John Lennon, very famous Beatle. C is for CDs, full of carols, Cajun and country and Western music. D is for dancing, dancing and drumming all around your house. And guys, you can drum. You can drum at home with lots of different things, pots and pans and wooden spoons. E is for Elvis, energy, and encore. An encore is when someone plays so beautifully on their instrument that the audience stands up and says, "Encore, play some more." F is for finger snapping and folk songs. I know some of you can snap, and I know some of you cannot snap, and that's okay. You'll learn. Just keep practicing. G is for guitar. Mrs. Kelly has so many guitars in her house. And so does Mr. Mark, I bet, has a bunch of guitars in his house too. H. Oh, wait, sorry. This is still G. Look at all those guitars. It's kind of what it looks like over here at the Kelly house. H is for Hildegard and harp. Hey, Kodiaks, do you know what's really interesting about that letter, H for Hildegard? It's named after one of the most famous pioneers in music for women. She was the first woman composer. Her name was Hildegard von Bingen. And the reason why I'm taking all the time to tell you that is because Mrs. Kelly's mother was named after this woman, Hildegard von Bingen. My mommy's name is Hildegard. So that's why that means H is for Hildegard and harp. Let's do one more for today, okay? And then we'll pick up the book next time. I is for interesting instrument. You see that? What is the instrument they have there? Well, that's very interesting. It's like a one-man band. You got the drum, the trumpet, the harmonica, the banjo, and let's see, what does he have at the bottom? Is that a cymbal he has on his foot? Boy, that is really interesting. All right, guys, we'll pick this up at the letter H next time. All right, enjoy your day. Hi guys, we're gonna go ahead and pick up where we left off. I think we're starting on the letter H in our M is for Music book. So here we go. This is one of my favorite pages, and I'll explain to you why after I read it. H is for Hildegard and harp. So, the Grizzlies, the reason why this is my favorite page is because Hildegard was a very famous female musician from many years ago. I think the first famous female musician. And my mommy's name is Hildegard, and she was named after this very famous musician. So she was really a special person to me, this Hildegard von Bingen. She's the one who created music, composed music as one of the first female composers many, many, many years ago. So anyway, H is for Hildegard, and then it's for harp. And I love the harp too. I is for interesting instruments. Let's take a look at this guy. He has got a lot going on. He's got a drum, a horn. I think that's called a harmonica. Is that some sort of guitar? Yep. He's got cymbals on his legs. That is an interesting instrument, wouldn't you say? J. Oh boy. J is for jazz. Jazz is a really special type of music. How many of you know what jazz sounds like? Jazz has drummers and saxophone players and piano players, and there's a string bass, a really, really tall instrument called the string bass. And there's some very famous jazz musicians that Mrs. Kelly loves. So let's see, Charlie Parker, they called him the Bird. Louis Armstrong was a very famous trumpet player. So many of them. So J is for jazz. K is for the klezmer. Guys, klezmer music is a music that is celebrated a lot in the Jewish tradition, and it's very, very, very fun to listen to. It's upbeat and it's fast and you dance to it. Clarinet is a really popular klezmer instrument, and so is violin, and there are lots of them. We'll listen to some klezmer when we get together again, okay? That's K. L is for loud. I think I can make my mouth go as wide as hers. Let's see how big you guys can make your mouth. Loud! Some people are really loud when they talk. L. M is for music. This is the title of the book. M is for music. Music teachers. And where would we be without music teachers, right, guys? Mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. And Mozart. You know what they're saying here? If you listen to Mozart music, you will be smarter. It says Mozart makes you smarter. So M is for music. And here we have a type of music that they're having people sing called Motown music. This is Mozart. And Mozart is saying, Motown music? I can't listen to that. Because back when Mozart was alive, there was no Motown. All right. N is for the Nutcracker. Some of you really know the Nutcracker. I think there are some kids who maybe even have gone to see the Nutcracker dance. You know who's in the Nutcracker is Zoe Hawkins. Do you guys know Zoe? She dances in the Nutcracker. A lot of kids at our school do. Julia Crum dances in the Nutcracker. And I think there are probably a lot more. Okay. O is for orchestras. Playing Old MacDonald Had a Farm, E-I-E-I-O. That's a conductor. That's a little bit of what I look like when I conduct. P is for piano. Look at this big piano. And it's also for practice. Practice. Practice your piano. Practice your flute. Practice your guitar. Practice your violin. Q is for quartet and quintet. Guys, if you play in a quartet, that means that 4 people are playing at the same time. Quartet. Miss Johanna's in a string quartet. It's violin, viola, cello, and then another violin. So that's what quartet and quintet has to do. Sometimes quintets can come in brass instruments like trumpets. Okay, R is for the radio, playing reggae and ragtime and rock and roll music. All right, let's go to the next letter. Here it is. It's S. Look at this as a 2-pager. S. Let me see if I can get this out for you. S is for street musicians singing show tunes, spirituals, and serenades. Do you see that person in the street with his guitars, or one guitar? Who is that looking at him? Who is that looking up at him? Is that a dog? Let me look. Oh yeah, there's a dog. That's sweet. Okay, sometimes in the downtown mall you'll see some of these street musicians, right? T is for trumpet, trombone, and tuba. We have a lot of those players in our school. Leo plays the trumpet. Jonathan plays the trumpet. Towns plays the trombone. So does Carrie. Let's see who else plays the trombone. Keller. U is for the ukulele. And it says here ukulele and unison, and you probably don't know the word unison, but unison means when you sing all together the same notes. So I think we sing in unison a lot at school. It means singing the same notes together. V is for voice and vibrations. Ah! She's an opera singer and she sang so high that she broke a glass. Woo! W is for whistling. Can you guys whistle? Whistling's pretty hard. I had to practice a long time before I could whistle. X is for experimental music and xylophone. We have one of these in our classroom. Do you remember the xylophone? That's the xylophone. Y is for yodeling. Yodelele-hee-hoo. But they're saying here that this guy is yodeling, Yankee Doodle went to town, riding on a pony. Let's see what's coming up. Oh boy, you guys, we're at the last one. Z is for Zydeco, zither. And all forms of zippy music. Music that goes really fast. Let's see what this last page says. Oh, this last page just talks about every single letter and all the instruments that the letters represent. It's pretty neat, actually. All right, you guys. There's their last picture is of the ladies singing and breaking the glass. I like that one. That was for V, vibrations. I hope you enjoyed our Emma's for Music book. I loved reading it to you. Okay, see you soon.